If you've ever said anything along the lines of, I don't have time to cook, eating healthy is boring, I don't know where to start, eating out is more convenient, I don't have time to eat healthy foods, then this video is for you. So today we're going to learn about meal prepping. We are going to learn what it is, why you should meal prep, and how to create a meal plan that will set you up for success. What is meal prepping? Meal prepping simply means instead of cooking food every single day to eat, you instead prepare it all at once at the beginning of the week so that you can eat it throughout the week. You can prep all of your meals for the week, or you can prep just certain meals. Say for example, lunch. So you prep your lunches for the week, and once lunchtime comes around every day, instead of fighting everyone in line at Chick-fil-A, you just take out the meal that you already prepped like the responsible adult that you are, heat it up, and eat it. And then for breakfast and dinner, you can make those meals as they come if you prefer to have some fresher meals throughout the week. Whatever meals you want to prep is completely up to you. You can do as little or as many as you want. There is no right or wrong. Why should you meal prep? If you have a specific fitness goal you want to reach, I believe that meal prepping can be especially beneficial for you because it helps you stay on track with your nutrition, which in turn means that you'll see the results that you want to see. It decreases the amount of time of cooking and cleaning you have to do throughout the week. It saves you money.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
I will guarantee you that if you compare one large weekly grocery haul to the multiple times you eat out a week, your groceries will cost you much less. Keep in mind that you absolutely do not have to meal prep to see results or to reach your fitness goals. If you're someone who enjoys cooking and likes variety every single day, then more power to you. Do whatever you like that fits within your lifestyle. For me, I enjoy doing it because it keeps me on track with my nutrition and never have to guess what I'm going to eat next because I know exactly what I'm going to be eating, and I'm not a huge cook, so if I have to do less cooking, then I'm not complaining. Next, we're going to get into what I believe is the most important part of meal prepping, creating a meal plan. Because you can eat as healthy as you want, but if you're not eating the right amount, it'll probably take you a little longer to get to where you want to be. Imagine, if I had a flower that needed sunshine and water to grow. If I gave it too much sunshine and water, it'll die. But if I give it too little of those things, it'll also die. Even though in both cases, I'm giving the flower exactly what it needs to survive.
How am I supposed to keep on feeding you?
If you're not fueling your body with the proper amount of nutrients, it may take you a little longer to achieve your goal. That's why I believe in creating a meal plan so that you can know how much food you should be eating to hit your goals, and you can really set yourself up for success. So, a meal plan is going to tell you how much you should be eating to get to where you want to be based off of where you are now. This is completely personal to you, and no two people will ever share the exact same meal plan because no two people will start at exactly the same place and want the exact same goal. So just because you want the body of your Fitspo, please do not follow their diet because you are starting at a different place than they did or are at, and therefore your diet needs to be customized to you and your needs. Anyways, we are going to be focusing on the macronutrients part of our diet for creating our meal plan. Alright, so macronutrients are commonly referred to as macros. These are the carbs, proteins, and fats of your diet. By the way, when I say diet, I don't mean restricting yourself of food and eating nothing.
Hungry.
His tummy sounds angry, Daddy.
Yeah, that's his stomach eating itself.
I'm simply referring to it as the food you eat / your nutrition. We're going to focus on macros because macros are the foundation of your diet and where your body receives most nutrients from. If you're not familiar with macros and how to calculate and track them, please go watch my video on how to count macros, either right now or after finishing this video. You will eventually want to watch it because I go much more in depth on how to calculate and count macros, which I won't be going over much at all here because it's just too much info for one video, and macros itself is a whole other topic. Alright, so after you have watched the How to Count Macros video, have calculated your macros, and downloaded the MyFitnessPal app or another food tracking app onto your phone, make sure you have your goals set in the app so the app knows exactly the amount of food you should be eating every day. I explain how to do this in the How to Count Macros video as well. Then, take your app and we are going to begin creating meals. Most people will enter food into their app as eat it, but most people are basic. You're not, which is why you're watching this video. So what we're going to do is put meals into our app that we potentially want to eat for the week. So, let's say we've calculated our macros, but we don't want to prep every single meal of every single day for the week. Instead, we're just going to prep our meals for lunch. So we decide, okay, what do we want to eat for lunch? Tacos, pasta, chicken, pizza, burgers. Just to make it simple, let's do chicken breast. But you can do whatever you want. Alright, so what else do we want to eat with the chicken? Probably some type of carb, rice, sweet potatoes, bread, quinoa. Let's do sweet potatoes. Now let's decide how much of each we want to eat. We'll say 6 ounces of chicken breast and 4 ounces of sweet potatoes. I will say it's a little difficult to know exactly how much each measurement of food will be actually like when you cook it as you start out, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get with the measurements. So put 6 ounces of raw chicken breast and 4 ounces of sweet potato into your app. The app will automatically tell you how much of your macros those foods take up and how much of your macros you have left. If you already have a specific recipe you want to try, then add those ingredients into your app as well. Just make sure that if the recipe makes 6 servings of food, that you divide the ingredients into 6 and add only 1 serving into your app, not all 6 servings. From here, even though we said we weren't going to prep our other meals, I still think it's a good idea to at least plan out what we want to eat for them. I know I'm talking about multiple meals here, but keep in mind that there are no right or wrong number of meals you should eat. No specific number of meals per day will give you more progress than another. At the end of the day, it comes down to hitting your macros and calories. Anyways, plan the rest of your meals so that you can make sure you will be hitting your macros every single day. This will help you stay on track with your nutrition. So, if you're planning on eating breakfast, then put into your app on the same day that you put in your previous lunch what you want to eat for breakfast. If you plan to have dinner every night, put into your app on the same day as the other meals what you want to eat for dinner. From here, you can see on your app where you're at with your macros. Your app will be able to tell you if you still need to eat more or perhaps need to decrease proportions somewhere. So check and see. Do I need more protein? Yes. Let's do 8 ounces of chicken for lunch instead of 6. Do I need less fats? Yes. Okay, I'll bake my chicken breast instead of frying it, etc. This is where you come into play. You experiment with the different foods that you want to eat for your meals for the week and see how you can make the foods you want to eat fit into your macros. Play around and adjust the numbers until you have a meal plan that you're happy with and fulfills your macros. Alright, so now that we have a meal plan, we need to make a grocery list. How much food do we need to buy? It's as easy as taking all the measurements of the food from our meal plan and multiplying it by 7. 7 because there are 7 days in the week and we want enough food for each of those days. So let's say for breakfast, we are eating 2 boiled eggs, a half cup of oatmeal, and a half cup of Greek yogurt. All we need to do is multiply all those measurements by 7. So now we have 14 eggs, 3.5 cups of oatmeal, 3.5 cups of Greek yogurt, and that's how much of each of those items we need to buy to last us the week. Moving on to lunch, we have 8 ounces of chicken breast and 4 ounces of sweet potatoes. Multiply those numbers by 7 and now we have 56 ounces or 3.5 pounds of chicken breast and 28 ounces or 1.75 pounds of sweet potatoes. Lastly, dinner. We have 8 ounces of chuck roast beef, 6 ounces of rice, and 1 cup of veggies. Multiply all those by 7 and we have 56 ounces or 3.5 pounds of chuck roast beef, 42 ounces or 2.6 pounds of rice, and 7 cups of veggies. And here I present to you a complete grocery list. Again, even if you don't want to prep every single meal beforehand, I still think it's a good idea to have a plan for what you want to eat so that you know how much food to buy when you go grocery shopping. By the way, this grocery list and meal plan is very much just for example. Please do not follow it. Now, since you've created a meal plan and have a grocery list, you need just a few more things. A food scale and some Tupperware. The scale will be to measure and weigh food on, and the Tupperware will be to put each individual meal into. I have links to each of the items down below that I'd recommend. Alright, now that you have everything you need to meal prep and you can go into the week knowing that every meal you eat is putting you on track to reach your fitness goal, aren't you excited? There won't be any more guessing and checking that your instant ramen noodles are going to fit into your macros anymore, because now that you have created a plan for success, you will be successful. As long as you stick to it. Please stick to it. Also, food typically weighs more before it's cooked and less after. So do make sure that when you're entering food into your app as you're creating your meal plan, that if you're going to add, say, 6 ounces of salmon, that you measure the 6 ounces prior to cooking it. However, if you do forget to do this, don't stress, just look online for conversions and I will assure you that you'll be able to find it and get it all sorted out. So, all of the technical stuff is done. Yay! If you want to go grocery shopping and cooking with me, just keep on watching. I'll also be answering some questions I received about meal prepping while I prep my meals if you want to follow along with me while I do that.
Is that a good one? Good job.
6 times 7 is 42.
Facts. Okay. Got it. What are you looking for? Did you find any? Can you say it again? are you looking for?
I'm looking for sweet potatoes.
Sweetie, it's right there. Did you find your sweet potatoes?
No.
Yeah, they are organic. Good job. From the back.
Okay, you want to scan everything?
Yeah. Should have announced. That hurt. You got it. You got it.
So I'm about to put the sweet potatoes into the air fryer. I like using the air fryer for sweet potatoes specifically because I feel like it's much easier to cook them in the air fryer because there's no pan, you don't have to have aluminum foil or spray anything down. You just put them in there and let them cook. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't have any seasoning on them right now. I'll just put a little bit of salt on them later, but that's all I put on them is just salt. I will cook them for 15 minutes. And then what I also like about the air fryer is that it's similar to like the George Foreman grill in the concept that it sucks fat out of the food, and it also gives you that fried taste without actually deep frying it, and it makes your food really crispy. So if you ever have second day fries, and if you have an air fryer, put them in your air fryer because your fries will actually be crunchy, not soggy like if you put them in the microwave. So I personally meal prep the same thing every single week. I am the type of person to eat the same thing for months on end. That's just because I'm not picky and I just don't really care. But if you are someone that likes variety and likes to change it up, then a good place to find recipes from is from rpstrength.com, which is where I get my recipes from. So they have 2 different cookbooks that are just like everyday recipes that would be good for meal prepping ideas. Otherwise, they also have another recipe book that's geared towards fat loss. So if fat loss is your goal, then that would be a good one for you to get. Otherwise, they also have another one that's more so for like if you have a sweet tooth. So that would be really good for someone like me who likes to eat their sweets. But I will leave the link to those in the description box below along with my discount code. So I think that it really just depends on your overall goal. If your goal is just to live a healthy lifestyle and you don't care too much about aesthetics, you don't have a specific physical fitness goal you want to reach, then yeah, just watch your portion sizes and eat clean and eat healthy. But if you have a specific fitness goal you want to reach, like you want to lose weight or gain weight, build muscle, then I do think that you are better off counting your macros or meal prepping because it gives you a better guideline as to what you should be eating in order to reach your goals. Alright, so everything is done cooking now. I'm going to put everything into the Tupperware containers. The containers that I have are the brand Fit Packer, and I bought these ones because they are BPA free, dishwasher safe, microwave safe, and freezer safe. I personally just keep my meals in the fridge, and that's okay for me. I've never had a problem with them going bad in the fridge, but if you're concerned about them going bad in the fridge, then just put them in the freezer, it'll be just fine. And the only thing I'm going to measure out is my rice into the containers. Everything else, since I've already weighed it and measured it beforehand, before I cooked it, I'm just going to distribute them evenly throughout. And because I know overall I have enough for the whole week, then I know that as long as I'm distributing them evenly throughout the days, then I should have generally the correct amount every single day. But if you want to weigh out the exact amount for every single day, then you can do that. Do whatever makes you happy and whatever works for you. So if you don't have enough room in your fridge for all these containers, because I know that these can take up a lot of space, what I've also done in the past is to put everything that you cooked separately. So like for me, like I'd put all my rice in one big Tupperware or just one big container, all my chicken in one and all my veggies in one, and then I would just put those big containers in there, and then when it's time for whatever meals that I prep for, then I would just measure out and weigh out how much food I need for each meal. And that does take up less room if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of space in their fridge, or like sharing with someone else, the rest of your family, or whatnot. I hope you feel a lot more confident about how to meal prep now and that it makes sense. If you do feel more comfortable going into meal prepping after watching this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please let me know if I can clarify anything for you. Also be sure to comment what videos you'd like to see from me next. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook, and follow me on Instagram. Thank you for watching this very long video. I hope you enjoyed it, and happy meal prepping to all of you. And I have one more very important thing. Because of your continuous love and support, we have reached 10K subscribers. In celebration of that, and to thank you guys, I have partnered with Legion to do a supplement giveaway. One lucky winner in the US, and this will be for US only, so I do apologize to my international subbies. One US winner will be winning a Legion Whey Plus Protein, Pulse Pre-Workout, and a Legion blender bottle. So in order to enter this giveaway, you have to do 5 things. 1, like this video. 2, subscribe to my channel. 3, comment down below what your favorite food is. For me, my favorite foods are hot Cheetos and cookies, and orange Fanta and sushi. So comment down below what your favorite food is. 4, like Legion on Facebook. 5, follow Legion on Instagram, and I will link their pages down below in the description box along with all of these guidelines. But if you want additional entries on top of that one, you can get a total of 10 entries by doing the following. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram, comment on both of my giveaway posts on Facebook and on Instagram, and then after doing all of that, come back here to this video and comment done along with your Instagram and Facebook name, because not everyone's Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram names are the same. And so I know who you are so that I can contact you easier if you win the giveaway. And that will give you a total of 10 entries instead of just 1. Alright, I'm super excited for this. Thank you all again for your continuous love and support. I'm sending all my love to you guys from here in Minnesota.